Welcome to the Media Bubble podcast. I'm Fredrik and he's Karol. And welcome to part 2 of Baubles and Baubles, or D&D history that
I dragged you into from our last episode. As you so eloquently said, we are continuing our D&D adventure because there is something to continue. At least that's what I felt like.
Can I just say that there was always supposed to be a part 2, but the original plan for the part 1 and part 2 was for that we were going to record them right next to each other, but instead it's been like more than 6 months between part 1 and part 2.
Which you'll be able to see as we play. So for you listeners, it's probably maybe 2 weeks between, but for us, 6 months.
Probably more. So I'm probably going to be even worse than I was the first time.
I don't think like you will. I think the refresher we had yesterday will help. I hope.
Yeah.
Did you remember anything of I said yesterday?
Yeah, I remember some parts. Yeah.
Okay, then you'll be fine and dandy.
I can't say that I remember exactly everything because I don't think humans can remember exactly everything, but I remember some parts.
In that case, I welcome you listeners to Baubles and Bubbles, the Media Bubble Podcast D&D adventure. So yes, just to quickly recap everything that happened. Last session, you've been scouted to Rough River on a quest. As you were looking towards any information about the mysterious gems from your homeland, you were looking for clues, and by picking up odd jobs and such, you ended up in Rough River, where you got a quest to deal with some menace plaguing the town catacombs. When you arrived, you were greeted by a lot of villagers, too many to some extent. You spoke with the tavern keeper, you spoke with the blacksmith. In the end, you spoke with the person that wanted to hire you, which is the clergyman, Robert Charlton. And afterwards, after you had a little spat about the payment or the amount of it, you decided to go to said catacombs to finally deal with the undead problem that they had. Turns out that it was undead snakes, but since you went down to the catacombs, your terrible luck almost cost you your life. And you blacked out from 2 undead snakes.
Yeah, I guess you can say that to be nice.
So we pick up from there. Amor, you are, as we said before on the previous episode, everything turns to black. The last thing you hear is a mighty roar echoing throughout the cave. But since then, it's been pitch black for quite a while now. There are no visions, no dreams. It feels like you're in a deep meditative state. But what you do feel is that your body is hurt all over. And then you wake up. You open your eyes and you find yourself in a cozy bed, in a rustic, charming-looking room. You feel the smell of fresh linen and the comfort of a fluffy blanket on your skin. There's no rocks or rubble. This is a solid room. It's airy and cozy. Next up to you, you see Voltan curled up and asleep. As you look down on your body, you don't see any major scars, but you do see bruises and snake bites. But it seems that somehow you've been transported to this room as you were unconscious, someone took care of you, and you've been resting here ever since. And as you begin to raise up from the bed, you feel sluggish, as if you've just been hit by a bunch of rocks, which you did.
Can I talk now?
Yes, please do.
As I wake up from my slumber, and as I hug Voltaire, I say in a dim voice before I wake up, oh, my boyfriend, oh, how big you have gotten. And then I wake up into this room. I feel hurt. What has happened, Voltaire? What happened in that cave?
Amor, oh my God, you're. Golly gee, you've scared us half to death. I'm glad you like. I mean, I knew you were alive, but yeah, you've been resting ever since I've managed to drag you out of that goddamn place.
What happened in there?
So I feel like what happened was because you were becoming overwhelmed, and I think somehow me trying to scare off the monsters, it kind of caused like a cave-in to the catacombs, which I'm not proud of, since this is people's families and friends and parents who are now buried underground. But at least as the caves were closing in on us, I managed to drag you out, and I called Robin to help me drag you back to the city.
Wow, I have a bit of a memory lapse. I guess it must have been a really tough monster for me to pass out.
I guess you could say that, yes, because you've been out for what seems to be, and Voltan thinks a little bit. I think it's been 2 days now since you've returned to the town, to Rope River.
Yeah, so a really big and scary monster in that case.
But
okay,
I think...
okay, Voltaire. It has been some days. I feel like I have changed after this appearance, maybe, and I'm feeling that I'm a bit more impatient with this place. I need to figure out what exactly is going on. Voltaire, are you with me?
Of course I'm with you. And ever since you've been asleep, there's been stuff going on, and I feel like we can't leave until we at least do something about it. I feel like we're responsible for it.
Wait, what has happened?
So, you know the snakes and the cave-in, right? That's been helping you escape?
What
turns
snakes?
out the snakes, you know, the big, snaky, fleshy, undead kind of type of creatures that have been attacking you in the catacombs.
Was it snakes? You never told me what monster it was. I was attacked by snakes?
Yes!
That's embarrassing.
Yes.
Voltaire, you can never say this to anyone in the elf village.
I think out of all the people, I think it's the priest and Robin that made me know about what really happened at the caverns. But even since then, since the catacombs collapsed, we opened a whole new bag of worms. Basically, since the snakes were undead, they've been kind of multiplying with the remains of the loved ones from the catacombs.
Oh, have they been multiplying?
Yeah, and it's they since their now hideout has been destroyed, they've been coming into town and attacking the villagers.
Well, that's not nice.
And at this moment, it's kind of peaceful, but ever since the night comes, it's always just some kind of barrage of monsters attacking the town.
Okay, I guess let's go out and find out what's happening then.
Yeah, let's. And as you wake up, you still feel sluggish, but looking around in the room, you can see that all of your belongings has been neatly folded and sat and put on a big chest right side, almost like by the door to the exit of the room.
Oh, great. There's my stuff. Let's go then.
Yeah, and you have still everything that you had, but your rapier. That's still probably stuck in the remains of the catacombs.
Yeah, what happened with my rapier? Voltaire? You didn't do a good enough job then.
I'm sorry, I was busy saving your life. I couldn't care about a stupid sword.
Well, you could have done it a little bit better in that case. You missed one of my weapons.
I feel like I'm not appreciated enough for helping you survive that debacle.
Well, it's embarrassing for me, it's embarrassing for you. Let's just move on.
Let's not bring it up to anyone else. So you get yourself dressed. It still hurts when you put on your tunic. And as you leave the room, you head downstairs. Turns out the room you were in was in the tavern, the Brazen Arrow, that you visited a few days before. Upstairs, since you never really went upstairs, you see a bunch of, like, a big tall hallway with multiple rooms, each practically identical, maybe with a bigger bed or a few more. You head downstairs on the stairs, and you find the tavern that you were in before. It's a little bit more disheveled. There aren't as many furniture pieces inside. All the patrons that merely spent their time yesterday are gone. Presumably, you don't know, barricading. There's only the tavern keeper at the bar, just doing a little bit of cleaning, and that's all that you can see.
Hello, can I have some breakfast?
The tavern keeper looks at you, and he's you can see that he has dark circles under his eyes. He's nervously polishing some of the glasses, or what he has left of them. And as he greets you, he also he serves you a quick a few sandwiches. And as he begins to put down the plate, he says, "Amor, I'm glad that you're up. The situation is a little bit dire. I feel like it's best if you spoke to Robin, since he's been the one that dragged you here, and he probably wants your help with fortifying the town, if you have time to spare."
Well, let's see. I'm kind of a busy girl, but I do think I have some time I could take.
Yeah, I think any help that you could spare us would definitely help. And he points at the missing chairs and sofas. I've tried to give everything I had to spare, but I fear for when the night comes. It may be our last.
Well, let's see in that case. As I eat my breakfast. And after I have eaten it, Voltaire, should we be going to Robin?
Voltaire is snacking also on one of the sandwiches. I think we should. Last time I think he was in the blacksmithery.
Okay.
That's good.
I guess we have no time to waste. Let's go.
Yeah, and you leave the plates on the table and you rush outside.
Yeah.
Yes, so going outside, you can see it's chilly and fresh, and the morning sun is sometimes blocked by the passing clouds. Before you is a familiar sight of Rove River, just as you left it a few days before. Well, almost. Besides the visible damage to the buildings, pieces of bricks, glass, and other debris are littering the otherwise pretty village. Men and women, villagers, are carrying big wooden boards and tree trunks, anything that they can get their hands on to make a barricade around the town. Little kids help with the lighter work like tools or blankets. It looks like the village is preparing for another night, and no one is in a rush to interrupt you.
Man, what kind of a village is this? They are scared of snakes? That's embarrassing.
I mean, they did knock you out on pretty heavily, I have to say.
Walter, I have said that didn't happen. Will I just forget about it?
But do keep in mind, the most commoners are probably unable to handle a spear, a bow, or any kind of magic.
Or maybe a rapier?
Maybe a rapier.
Walter. Okay, let's go to the blacksmith.
Yeah, alright. As you venture to the blacksmith, with quick and decisive steps, I would like you to make a perception check.
Walter, I'm going to make a perception check.
I would like you to do a perception check too, I guess.
Let's see. Walter, how do I do that again?
Okay.
And my memory is a little bit fuzzy from yesterday.
Yeah, I guess it's only fair. So if you concentrate on your character sheet...
Yes.
And he points his little claw on a little piece of paper in front of you. You can see under your skills, you have perception. Hot damn. What did you get?
I got a 20.
Yeah.
And I needed... And the minimum was apparently 19. So, just by one.
No. It's you rolled each time you roll it like rolls twice. So you rolled a 20, which is wonderful. You definitely spot Robin as he's heading outside. He has a lot of tools in his hands. The blacksmith is definitely a little bit more on edge, not as nervously, maybe just like quiet contemplation. And he is inside gathering his tools in his big meaty arms, trying to get as much of them for one go. And
hey you, Robin, you scaredy human, come here for a moment.
He jumps and he drops all of his tools on the ground as he quickly turns back to you. There's like a clatter of every single hammer and saw and whatever the thing going on the stone floor. Whoa! Amor, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so glad you're alive.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you too.
Aren't you supposed to still be in bed? Like...
No, I'm an elf. We heal we heal a little bit quicker.
I guess it's pretty nice to be an elf. You were pretty banged up after your stint in the catacombs. I didn't know you were gonna make it.
Well, as you said, it's better to be an elf than a human.
I guess in this case it's really true. But, and as you begin talking, he begins to pick up the tools from the ground. Amor, I feel like the things are pretty dire. I think you can see. I kinda am busy fortifying the town, and I would like your help with that. Because the town is in amok. I'm kind of losing my grip over here, you know. Please, can you pick some of the tools? I'll expand away.
Sure, but are tools really the first priority in this town? Shouldn't we maybe do something to protect it?
Well, I am building a barricade.
Oh well, in that case.
So you begin picking up the tools. Voltan is also has like a few. I mean, he can still pick up. He can wobble on his back legs. It's not fast, but it's cute. Um, and as you leave the town, not the town, as you leave the blacksmithy, Robin continues.
I'm just going to leave the town now. Have good luck with the snakes.
I would not recommend that, Robin says. I think, I mean, the first, it's weird since those monsters in the catacombs, they've been leaving the place. Since it's been shut down, the snakes just keep appearing like out of thin air, out of thin ground. They keep burrowing underneath the ground, and they keep popping up just outside the perimeter of the village. While there's not a lot of them in the morning, a lot of them come out at night, and each of them has been worse and worse, and we don't know what brings them here. Well,
should we go back to the cave and check? Is that an idea, Voltar?
I mean, we definitely can. I think it's not the worst idea. You know, it's.
Do you think that's a better idea?
And Robin says, I think it might be worthwhile investigating, since ever since the snakes appeared, our priest, Mr. Robert, or Father Robert, he has disappeared. Ever since I dragged your body here, he just locked up the church and just left on his own. Left a message on the church that he'll try to figure a solution for this mess. And you know, he was kind of like the de facto leader of this town, so it's kind of put a strain on every single person but him.
Yeah, I knew that. I had a feeling that there was something weird about that priest.
Well, it's just so unlike him, and as you talk, you end up in a little bit of a clearing, where you can see scattered boards and pieces of furniture. In our case, they are nicely. These are nicely. These are nicely colored for your convenience.
Yeah. So to solve this, I need to put these pieces together.
Yes.
Well, let's take this purple one here.
So for our listeners, the idea was, or is, that Robin has gathered a lot of the materials from around the town, and now they are putting together parts of the barricade. I have presented colored pieces, and it's just it's a puzzle for Fredrik to solve. I am not sorry for this.
Let's see. Can I change them so they go? Oh, I can.
If I might be, and Voltan chimes in, I don't think you should rotate the pieces.
Okay, I should not rotate the pieces.
I mean, you can certainly try, but I feel like Robin has made them in a way so that it's easier to put together if they're not rotated.
Well, thanks for the tip then, I guess, Voltaire. Now I gotta change this one back. Why can't I do that?
So yes, as it's so unlike Robert to just leave us all in the trenches. Like he was always kind. He always protected his town. I feel like, since he is a man of faith, his help would be indispensable in this time of need.
Well, what can you say? Humans are sometimes a prick.
As I said, it just feels so out of place for him. But maybe he has some grand plan. I feel like I don't really remember the details, but I know that he left like a manifesto on the door of the church.
Okay.
And I think it was something about fixing it, going somewhere. Well, the church is closed, so we can't even go inside and for protection.
Oh, trust me, we can go inside.
And as you say that, he ponders a little bit. You know, I'm not against the idea. I'm not. I know that you're trying hard, but I feel like it might be difficult if anyone were to see you. Maybe attempting a visit when it's not open.
Well, the thing with me is that I am very good at sneaking, so that people can't see.
I will have to trust you on that, but do keep in mind, I think a lot of the villagers they do have a bad opinion about you. They don't have the best. There's been talks that ever since you've arrived here, it's been kinda your fault.
How? What do you mean by that? How is this my fault?
Well, I mean, no, I did not. It's not me. And you see that he's flustered. And he puts one of the pieces in place for you. I feel like, I mean, I don't think that way. It's just that this stuff didn't start happening until you came here, right?
This stuff, what did you say?
I mean, this whole, like, apocalypse scenario, you know?
Yeah, but do you think I'd caused this?
I don't, but I could see how people would make the argument for it.
Well, in that case, people are wrong. Let's see.
It becomes a little bit quiet between you two.
Voltar, come here. Voltar.
Okay. He was Voltan is fetching you the pieces, but I feel like you want him to help you, right?
No, not with the pieces. I can deal with that. Voltar, I think we need to make a. I think I'm going to make a check if this robbing guy is trustworthy.
All right.
So I'm going to ask him a question of can I trust you?
And roll. I think that's a. I mean, you're pretty good at picking up lies. Go for it. I feel like he's pretty trustworthy. He's just. I mean, he's also kind of a pushover, but I'd say he's trustworthy.
Voltar, we are just going to check. How do I do that?
All right, and he points out to the little piece on your character sheet. So I guess you already asked the question, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you turn to him, you ask the question, you look down at the paper, and I'd like you to make an insight check. So go to your skills, and one of them will be insight. And don't forget about your eye for deceit, which means that if you get, you can't get lower than an 8. What did you get?
I got an 18.
Yeah. So Robin says, well, I mean, you and he's flustering again. I don't feel like you're responsible for it. Fully. And you can feel that while he wants to support you, he is having a little bit doubt. Because as he said, ever since you came here 2 days ago, it's been apocalypse. And you're like the stranger in this town.
Well, at least we know we can trust him. And I have just solved the puzzle.
You solved my puzzle.
I have just cleared this task.
Yes, and as you've been shuffling around pieces of wood, pieces of furniture, you've created a few barricades. They are pretty good, actually. You do have some skill. With this awkward silence between you, when you asked if you can trust him, you bang in the nails on the barricade and you begin to put him aside. Look, Amor, I feel like, at the same time, I feel like if there's anyone that can probably go to the bottom of this, I feel it's you.
Okay. Well, I think we should head to the church. Are you with me, Robin?
For as long as I can. As I said, I need to. I think I'll go with you, and later maybe I'll continue with the barricades. But yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay, great. You can tell me what happened in the newest Jahzzar and Baubles podcast because I've been asleep for 2 days, so I have probably missed an episode.
Oh yeah, and you begin to walk through the town, and going in, stepping on grass and stones. He explains to you that ever since you've been asleep, he borrowed one of your pearls that you are using to listen to your podcast, and he's been kind of skimming the episodes a little bit. The latest one, I think, was about, what was it? I think it was the Mario movie. Basically, the Mario Brothers opened a moving service, and ever since then, they kind of gained popularity amongst the populace of the city folk. Their quick and fast service has been indispensable. The
Mario Brothers.
Yes, it's Marianne Mario and Louisiana Mario, the two sisters that are
great.
Excellent
great to
movers.
hear for them.
They also had some kind of an event with some kind of a lizard harassing them, but they kind of made do.
How did they solve that problem?
I think they, and Robin thinks a little bit, I think what they did was they used fire magic, or at least some kind of celestial sphere. They gave, I think it was some kind of celestial sphere of invincibility. The mayor of the town, I think her name was Percival. The mayor Percival was kind of harassed by this lizard gang and his minions, and ever since then she provided them with this celestial sphere, and they kind of kicked ass. It was amazing.
So if we maybe start a fire around the town, then maybe there can't be coming more snakes into town.
Yes, but we are also running the risk of burning the town along with the fire.
Well, we aren't going to start the fire in the town. We're going to do it in a circle around the town.
Amor, and Voltman pipes up, I think you're also forgetting we're in the middle of woods. If we start a fire, we might as well burn the entire forest with it.
But you know, forest grows up so fast nowadays.
Yeah, maybe to you, since you're an elf.
Well, here we are at church, it seems.
Yes, you're at church. So you, Robin, and Voltaire are at the church. As you approach the building, you see a big wooden board barricading the entranceway. On top of that, there's also a letter or like a declaration stuck to one of the sides of the door, and it seems to be locked pretty tight.
Well, I guess I read this letter. What has that creepy, pervy priest written?
I mean, I wouldn't call him pervy, but he did give off the creep vibe. It was like
he's a priest.
True. Let me see if
Voltaire.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah, you know what? I agree. He's weird. Weird.
Okay, let's read this letter.
Okay, let me just find it, because I did write it. Rough River, the time of great need is upon us. As distressful as it is, I need to leave. I'm heading towards the snakes to plead with these monsters for the safety of our town. May Rhea hold us in our grace. And signed Robert Charlton.
Well, that's good to know. So he isn't here then.
Yeah.
Let's break in then, in that case.
Yeah, and it was paraphrasing. There's like, these shameful, awful, degenerate creatures shall pay for the crimes. No, not pay, but like, there's a lot of flowery language about the snakes. You can probably get the vibe he doesn't really approve of them being near anywhere the town.
Hey Voltaire, there's some windows here. We maybe can break in here.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess they do seem closed. But like, Robin, you wouldn't mind, right? And you see that he's a little bit, he's sweating. This poor boy has never made a break and entering in his life.
Come on, Robin. Sometimes gotta be the first.
I know, it's just that. And he looks around, like, I just hope that... Well, I do. You know what? If we do it quick, maybe nobody will see us. Come here, I'll give you a lift.
Okay, we do it quickly then.
Please make a perception check for me. And I guess Voltaire will also make one. Because I want for you to roll to see if you can like, the church is a little bit away from the rest of the town, but you can still kind of see it from the town center. So if anybody is anywhere close.
Let's see. I got an 18 and I apparently needed a 19.
No, you got an 18, so it's all good. As you look around, it seems like the villagers far away are still busy with their like barricading and resourcing and making weapons. So you don't see anyone that would try to dissuade like you doing this. Robin will give you a lift, but I'd still like you to make an. How do you enter the window? Do you break it?
Well, I guess we can. I still have my normal sword, right?
You have a dagger and a bow.
Well, I guess we are still going to cut the glass out, put that down. Maybe the blacksmith has some tools that we can use, and then we go in.
I think you have thieves' tools, right? Since you're a rogue.
Oh yeah, maybe that too.
Because I think they'll be more apt for opening a locked window. Let me see. Yeah, you have thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Let me see. So what about a sleight of hand? Or, you know what, just a straight dex. Dex with advantage.
Okay.
So on your left side, on your character sheet, and Walter points again, you have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence. Just click dexterity. Because I imagine you're on Robin's shoulders, and you also have to balance and also open the window.
Well, I got a 7 out of a 7, and I needed a 9.
No. So what happens is, because it always rolls twice, And we said you're gonna roll with advantage, so you're gonna pick the best of these two. You roll the natural 1, and then you roll the 9. So what is gonna happen is, as you're standing on Robin's shoulders, you're beginning to lose balance, and you fiddle with these, like you can't keep balance and open the window. So you begin to fall. You smack your head into the window, just making a dent in the window. Like it's not like full, like you don't bash your head through the window, but you can see that there's like someone punched the window.
Man, humans are weak.
You say as you lay on the ground. And I would like, and you both fall down, you smack your head on the window, there's a mark, and you're down again. Ow, okay, you know what? And Robin says, I can get a ladder.
You tell me this now?
I just, heat on the moment, you know what, I'll just, and he begins to run. I'll go get a ladder!
Don't shout! We're supposed to do this in secret.
Do you also shout it back to him? Because otherwise he can't hear it, he runs away.
Do you think he's coming back?
I don't think he's the type of guy to lie for like, I think he'll be back, right?
Well, I'm starting to feel that he feels a bit of pressure from me.
Yeah, but he's also a pushover, so you can kind of exploit that if you wanted to.
Oh.
Not saying this. Okay. Just saying.
Well, Voltar, do you want to play a game while we wait?
Actually, I mean, yeah, sure. What do you want to play? Tic-tac-toe?
Let's. You can. Can you spit fire?
And he, as you say that, he just like poof, and the little fireball spits out of his mouth.
Well, let's maybe do some target practice then. Me with my bow and arrow, and you with your little puff.
All right, let's see what you got, Amor.
Okay, let's try to shoot. Let's see. Let's try to shoot that tree on the left side of the church.
Okay, so you. So Voltar goes to the door. He snatches the ladder, and he points and he affixes it to the tree for a target. And you know what? Let's roll. Let's make a contest roll. Who rolls best?
Okay.
Just straight up. So just roll a d20. Unless you wanted to add something like how do you feel?
A d20. How many? Oh, just one maybe.
Yeah. So what did you get?
I got a 7.
And Voltar got a 2.
Wow,
so you both suck.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
And the arrows are just missing the tree. Pam. Voltar is just missing all of his fireballs. Probably a good idea.
Voltar.
I'm trying. I mean, look at you, lazy eye. I'm at least. I don't have to use a bow for it.
Well, I've been hurt.
And finally, after a while, as Robin is coming back, sweaty with a ladder under his hand, under his arm, you finally stretch your bow and just like let go, and dunk. Finally, one of the arrows hits the target on the tree.
Hooray!
You know what? I feel like we both failed.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too. Let's just forget about this. Practice.
Agree.
Practice makes room for improvement.
Exactly, I agree. And Robin came to the ladder, and he sweatily puts the ladder next to the church. You can see that the ladder is heavy. I don't think you'd be able to lift it by yourself. And he was running with it.
Great job, Robin.
Yeah. So the ladder is on the church. I think you should be able to move it if you wanted to. Let me see.
Okay.
So yeah, he puts the ladder, and together you move it to the window you smacked your head against.
Okay. I guess we can go in. I guess Robin needs to
Yeah, I'll hold the ladder.
breathe
Maybe...
a little bit.
Yeah. I ran.
You're a bit sweaty, and
he puts out like
there's some sweat in your ears. I'm noticing.
And you can say as you say, like he begins to like take his try to dry his hair. He takes out like a handkerchief. It's full of ash and like because he's a blacksmith, and he begins to like try to make him to dry himself up.
Robin, you have some nice ears. I'm noticing.
Oh,
they are a fine shape.
Fredrik, he's not an elf. It was a tavern keeper that was the elf.
Well, I'm an ear lover of all species.
Voltar looks at you.
Well, let's just go in before this gets too creepy.
He stops and thinks a little about what you said, and then he begins to like smear soot on his face because he didn't clean the handkerchief. And you enter the church. I guess you just break the window, right?
Yeah, let's just break the window.
Yeah, so there's glass, just smash. And you enter the church. Yeah, so you climb down, leaving Robin outside, because with him being so tall, it's pretty likely he wouldn't fit through the window. You entered the storage room of the church. It's like the living quarters of the priest.
Oh, what weird magazines he is reading. Well, let's go.
Yeah,
I want to know what happened. What
inside,
did you say, Voltar?
No. I'm just like, you're right. Like, if you're looking at these magazines, like Pray Girl and the 20th hottest prayers for the summer, he was a creep. Ew.
Yeah, that's disgusting for a priest.
Yeah, how dare he?
How dare he be a male?
Exactly. Leaving the storage room, you find yourself in the living quarters of the priest. You see that from the last time it was pretty neat and proper, but this time everything is in disarray. The table is filled with different vials, books, and liquids, either running down from the table or on the ground. On his desks, there are open books, also scattered just in disarray. Seems like the priest was leaving in a big hurry. To your right, you also see his bedroom. It's a little bit cleaner, more emptier, and you can, if you want, you can investigate all of it.
Okay, I guess we should first check what he has been reading. So let's check on these open books.
Yeah, I would like you to make a perception check. Just to see if you can, because there's a lot of books. All of them are maybe not relevant. You just wanted to see if you can pick out the most standing out bits.
Okay. What was it called now again, Karol? Perception.
Either perception or investigation. It's up to you.
Let's see, I rolled an 18 and I needed a 9. So we are good to go.
Yeah, so scanning through these documents, you can see You can, like, there's also normal letters and, like, normal shopping lists, but you do see some things that are standing out. Basically, on this table, you see a lot of information about the Rove River. You see also documentation about the Nagas living around these parts. And reading through Robert's, you presume, notes, you can see their location, where they're to be found, and also some other handwriting detailing how disgusting and foul these creatures are, and how this writer would like to definitely get rid of them if he could.
So maybe it's Robert that brought the snakes to get rid of the... What did you say that they were again for creatures?
Oh, the Naga. And
the Naga.
He jumps on the table. Yeah, it reads here that these snake people have been living in these parts for quite a while, but yeah, he really seems to hate their guts or something. Yeah, it's just like this weird cryptic cultic like let me see, and he ruffles through some of them. Yeah, like it says here, like how Rhea is really against this anything that resembles a lizard or close to.
So wait, he's not a fan of snakes then?
Does that include me? Do you think?
Well, you're more of a lizard. Yeah, you kind of are a lizard. Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
yeah, that probably includes you too.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
But yes, you found details about where the Nagas are, description of their whereabouts, how much he hates the lizards, and there are two different handwritings in some of the notes. If you want, what looks interesting in this room is the table, with all of the different, what seems to be ingredients and also notes, and also his bedroom.
Okay, Walter, let's check this table with all these spells he has prepared.
Yeah, let's. It seems, and Voltan is like, oh, it smells awful. Yikes.
Well, I guess that's the lizard part of you.
Please roll investigation. What did you get?
I got a 21 and I needed a 9, so good to go here too.
No. You don't read the second number. You only read 21.
Oh, okay, I got a 21.
Yeah. So with that, you have an eye out for detail too. So you're pretty sure that this is not just your regular mama's like spices and sauces. These are some herbs and materials used for some kind of ritual. You don't know really what ritual, but from the notes you gathered, it's like it's local herbs and like berries, but there's some sort of sulfur and other powders mixed in. From the notes you see just like a shopping list of ingredients for this paste.
It seems like he is making some kind of potions. Maybe to get rid of these lizards.
I mean, it could be. For once, it smells pretty goddamn awful. So if it drives me away, what about these? What about the snakes?
Well, what about the snakes?
What about the snakes? These mother flipping snakes in this mother flipping town.
Well, I guess there's one last thing to check, Walter, and I'm probably going to regret this, but let's go to his bedroom.
All right. You open the door and you see that it's lightly lit. There's also a room in his bedroom. It seems pretty neat, but I would like you to roll investigation again. And let's say with advantage, because you do know that there's some weird shenanigans going on.
I got a 20.
Yeah, you got a 24 actually. So everything seems neat and everything is neat, but there is one thing standing out with your keen elven eyes. And basically, underneath the bed, you see a little satchel.
Yeah.
It's tiny. It only fits maybe one item inside. And as you open the lock on it, you are greeted with a blue book.
Blue book.
You open it up. You take it out and you lay it on the dresser.
Why are these pages so sticky?
No. As you try to open it, it feels sticky, but you're unable to open the book. It feels like there's you don't see a lock on it. You presume it's some kind of magic deal to keep it closed from prying eyes.
Yeah. Walter, I need to open this book in some way.
It seems to me...
Do you remember a spell I have that can maybe help me with that?
I mean, I think, remember, you have only dancing lights, isn't that true? Try it, maybe it will work.
Okay, let's try that then.
Yeah, let's just try anything. I don't know how to open this.
Well, what should just...
You should go to your character sheet and to spells.
Okay, I'm at spells.
And you click dancing lights. So, let's say, because normally the spell only produces 4 lights that glow and provide light. So you are pretty sure that it wouldn't work anyway. It'd just be let's just throw anything at the wall and try to see if it sticks.
Yeah.
But you do see, as the lights are glowing above the book, it shimmers slightly. There are some kind of lines hidden from sight that you should be able to fill in. There's definitely some kind of magic shenanigans going on.
Okay, well, let's see what's written here.
Also, for our listeners at home, so I prepared. This is let me tell you this deal. You do now know that there's some kind of lock on this thing, and I presented to you with some hints. There's a ring and there's a rosary, prayer beads. You can hover over with your mouse to see a little description of them.
An engraved copper ring belonging to the pastor from the looks of it. Prayer beads, probably used in worship of the deity in the Rote River.
Yes, and as you get the ring closer to the book...
Is there one ring too? No. Let's see. Let's get this ring close to the book. What's this?
Squares begin to glow up on top of the book. It looks like the priest forgot to take his key with him. And basically, do you know the concept of a wordle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've made a wordle for you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes, and you need to find the word that opens up these books. And I also have a website that I can send to you for this. Okay, I will send now the wordle in the chat as a link. And if you want, you can ask... you have visual aid for this.
Okay, what kind of?
So these are clues. The rosary beads, the ring, and the book itself are clues. It's a 6-letter word.
Beaver.
Try it.
No, wait, he isn't a beaver, he's... What are these creatures called in English now?
It's the same creature that was on the statue when you entered the church.
That was a long time ago. Voltaire, what was it for creature that we saw yesterday? That totally hasn't been 6 months ago.
I mean, it was some kind of B word, but I guess we can also go. I mean, the statue is here, right? We can just go check it out.
Badgery. That's the animal, right? Badger.
Okay, try it. And he holds his thumbs like.
What do I do now? Enter.
Yeah.
I got correct.
Yeah. So as you trace the letters with your finger on the book, the lines begin to disappear, and you feel that the thickness has lessened, and you can finally open the book.
I open the book and I see that this is a picture book of badgers.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What you have found is Robert Charlton's diary. It's his personal diary, and it goes a little bit more in depth with his experiences in the Rove River. What it basically says, it details a little bit of a plan. Since you already know that Robert has a thing against the Nagas living in the forest and how he loathes them because of his of his family. Sorry, it's just there's a lot of things going on outside my door. But yes, so Robert really loathes the Nagas, and he feels that they're a blight on Rove River. So what he decides to do is to make a plan. He will, seeing how the Nagas protect their own houses and homes, he will steal that technique with the help of a local and create a problem that an adventurer will need to take care of. And adventurers are the perfect scapegoat, because if they are mercenaries, he can just buy someone to kill the Nagas and not make it obvious. And if anything goes wrong, then they'll also be the perfect scapegoat. So from it, what it seems like is that he wanted to frame you he made a plan to make a problem in the catacombs, damaging the people of his town. He was too much of a coward to kill the Nagas, and he wanted you to kill the Nagas even though they did nothing. And if you failed, he wanted to blame everything on you when the Nagas came back with vengeance.
Well, as I have previously said, this guy seemed like a prick.
Yeah. I mean, for goodness sake, he wanted you to either kill or be killed, or kill innocent people. Yeah.
We should probably take this book and all the other things as evidence for the town.
Yeah, I feel like even if somebody, we even have Robin question us when this foul man is running amok in this town.
Yeah, people seem to really have trust in this priest.
So you snatch the book and you put it in your bag. Since you know the password, you can open it up pretty easily. No problem.
Should we take the other stuff too as evidence?
The ring makes it clear that the book has a lock.
Well, not the ring. The books from the other room and the spells and things like that.
Yeah, I guess you can take some of them as pieces of evidence.
Yeah. You know, the townspeople gotta know what this priest is really up to. Actually, I'm not exactly sure what he's up to. Like, for some reason he wants to get rid of the snakes. So maybe there is something in that cave that he sent us into earlier. Because the snakes are, I guess, guarding something.
I also wanted to mention... no, I don't need to mention that.
What is this green thing here?
Oh, it's just a teapot.
Oh. Well, let's go to the church's main part.
It feels pretty cold, but as you leave the living quarters, you enter the church. Let me reveal it to you. And you enter. The boots and feetsies of Voltan sounding like echoing throughout the big hall. As you enter, you see that the door has also been barricaded. The entrance door has been barricaded from the inside, with barrels, pieces of wood, and other boxes stacked up to it.
Hey, Voltaire, seems like the statue is gone.
Yeah, it seems like it's been smashed to bits.
Wonder why.
It is weird, since if I remember, he was really precious about it. So why is it broken now?
Can you find her head anywhere?
You can look if you want.
Let's take a look then.
Roll perception for me, please.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah. As you look around look around the pedestal, it's like the hearth of the church where normally there will be wine and the Christ cakes. God, I don't remember the word. You can see that the face it's just pieces of the statue. There's no head. And if you remember last time, you felt some kind of vibe, energy. You felt that this was important. You don't feel that anymore. It feels like the piece is missing.
Maybe there was something in the statue then that this pervy priest has broken out and taken.
That would explain it. But
Well, anyway,
why?
there's no... Yeah, why? That's the big question. Oh, that's one of the questions. Well, there's no point in being here still, so let's just get out.
Yeah. There is a big ritual circle in the middle of the church, but I feel like you can already guess what it was used for.
Have a feeling with the spells over there.
Exactly. You can piece the two together at this is where all the pastes and all the everything went to. Let me see. Do you exit through the window again?
Well, I guess so, because there are still some wooden pieces in the door, I'm noticing.
All right. I would like you... The letter is still there. I don't feel like you need to roll for exiting the building. You've already done that once. So you exit.
Should I roll so that I don't trip?
You can.
No. Let's just move on.
So yes, you exit the church with lots of evidence in tow. Robin is sitting at the steps to the church. He was hoping you'd let him in, but I don't think you don't think that's necessary anymore.
Robin, we have found lots of clues on this case, and your ears are still looking fine.
I'm, and he's flustering again. You know what? Let's hear about the evidence that you have. Or what evidence? Weren't we just supposed to go into the church and see if there's anything, like we're gonna exit for safety for the citizens?
Well, that was the original plan, but the plan changed a little bit while we were in and found some interesting things about your priest friend.
Yeah, he reads lots of porno mags.
Yeah, disgusting.
And he gasps. Father Robin would never, and Father Robert would never.
How long has this Father Robin been in action in this town?
So Robert has been here for, let's say it was 5 years. He is a pretty new, pastor for us. The last one choked on a donut and he needed to be hospitalized.
Okay. Well, well, you're probably going to need a new pastor when this is over.
How so? What happened to Robert? Is he all right?
Well, we don't actually know where Robert is yet. We have some IDs, but we found a lot of evidence on mischievous stuff that he's up to.
Robin looks concerned. It seems like he wasn't really thinking that Robert, like Robert, would be implicated in any of this. So you're saying that Robert had any, like, he had something to do with what's happening right now.
Exactly. We think that there's a direct link with him and the snakes.
Can you roll insight for me? You rolled a natural 1.
Great.
As you say it, you say it. You hope that he'll believe everything you say.
Can't we just show him the evidence?
Well, you can. Yeah, you can.
Well, let's do that then.
Yeah, and you show him some of the evidence. He's still a little bit taken aback and seeing how, like, it was pretty clear that he hated the Nagas, but he never believed. Like, when you begin showing him the diary, it pretty clearly paints him as this being the master plan of you slaying the Nagas and you becoming the scapegoat and if anything happens wrong. He's pretty shaken about it. Can you... No, I'm not gonna... Maybe... I'm thinking you can either roll persuasion to persuade him, or he may roll something as well.
Okay, what did you say? Persuade?
You know what? Since roll persuasion, you're still pretty new to this town, and it's a pretty shocking revelation. But I will give you advantage. God, you rolls suck. So yeah, you present him with evidence. You can't really get a read on him if he believes it or not, but he's pretty shaken up about it. But you also feel like you've spoken to each other. It's not like you're super strangers. You're acquaintances at this point.
Yeah, and he has really nice ears too.
Yeah, which you've repeatedly told him about it. So you tell him, and Robin is a little bit apprehensive. But as you look through the notes and you show him the descriptions, he kind of points the one on one together. That these descriptions, someone in the town had to do them, right, Amor? And we have quite a few hunters in our town. But it would also explain one of them. We have in this town. There's this woman called Lucina Price. She is our top tracker, and she usually is missing for weeks to scout out the territory and just keep us updated on the outside world. I feel like if the notes about the whereabouts of the Nagas, you should probably go ask her, because she's been acting weird lately.
Well, who hasn't? I mean, if we just take Robin here, he's scared of everything I say.
Thanks, I'm glad that you said it to my face.
You're a human, you can take it.
He doesn't really know how to react. But yes.
I believe that you have... you are going to be the savior of this case in some way, Robin.
At this point, I just want to be the savior of our town. It's...
Yeah,
and as you
exactly that.
And as you look outside, it's not as... Since you left the tavern, some time has passed. It's been a few hours. And it's approaching It's past like 12, maybe around 2 o'clock.
So let's go and find this hunter.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to building barricades, trying since, well, I mean, I still have things to do. So I'll go back. You know where to find me. I'll be either in the town or building barricades. And you go to Brazen Arrow and talk to Lucina. I think she needs a little bit pick up and something to do.
And Robin, just so you know, if you betray me, I will find you, and I will shoot you with my bow and arrow.
As he's about to leave, he stops, and he looks at you.
As I smile and wave.
He smiles nervously, and he goes with a little quicker pace to the blacksmith. And you go to the tavern. And I feel like maybe we can take a little break as of now, since and we'll get back to it in a while. So with a quick haste, you venture towards the tavern, seeing that it's probably your next lead. At the tavern, once you enter back again, the tavern keeper is gone. There's a few more missing chairs, and it's pretty empty. But as you look back, you do notice a person you haven't noticed before. In the back, in a little alcove, only visible from the entrance, sits a woman, presumably said Lucina Price.
Hello, are you Lucina Price?
As you approach the woman, let me see. As you approach the woman, you see that she is very hench. She's muscular and she has long black hair braided with fanciful fabrics and baubles. She has a few piercings and she is also an orc. Or a half-orc.
Oh my god, Volt, look at those ears. Okay, I gotta keep this together. Hello.
You whispered to him. he shoots you a look like, Amor, please. But yeah, she is currently surrounded by glasses of alcohol, most of them empty, and she lays on the table, semi-conscious.
Hello, my name is Amor Pacifis.
Leave me alone.
Well, unfortunately for you, I'm not going to do that until I get some answers.
Can't you see I have a terrible headache? Let me wallow in my self-pity.
Well, I would have left you alone in normal cases, but I'm trying to kind of save our town here. Doing the good guy thing. So I gotta get some information out, and I assume you maybe have some interest, or you have some information that I can get use of.
Information. Nobody ever asks how I feel. That stupid priest whose doom is all, and now I'm stuck here waiting to be waiting to be snake chow.
Oh, sorry of me. How has your day been?
Awful. And she bangs her head on the table like bang.
Is this normal for all?
I'm gonna ignore your comment. Since it's my last day of ever being alive before being snake chow. You said you want information. What kind of information?
Well, Voltar, you take over this information bit.
Oh, well, I mean, so, you know Father Robert, right? The big priest in the town, right? Yeah, what of him? Yeah, so we seen that he's gone off, God knows where, and we're kind of looking for him. He may hold the answer to save this entire town. I don't care about that dog. He used every little dirty trick in his book to get his way. And the townspeople are eating it up.
Well, like how? Can you give us some example of these before?
Why should I tell you? It's not like you're gonna believe me anyway.
Well, I'm an elf, and as you can see, you are an orc. I'm an elf. These
nice
others are humans.
Thank you of stating the obvious. It's not like I feel like everybody knows I'm an orc or half orc.
Are you half?
Yeah.
Is it on?
See?
Who was the orc? The father or the mother?
Why are you asking me this? Can't you just ask me about what? Why is everybody so hung up on me being a half orc? It doesn't matter if I'm a perfect tracker. It doesn't matter if I'm the toughest, meanest B-word out there. I'm always an orc and I'll always be. What's with being so judgmental?
I'm not judgmental. I'm just curious. I feel like it's great that you're an orc. I mean, to be honest, orcs are much better than humans.
I'll cheers to that, friend. And she takes a clunk out of the beer glass. You know what? I'll give you a deal. I am so done with this godforsaken town that doesn't give me anything. If you win in a battle of wits against me, then I'll share everything. You know, it's either that or dying.
Well, I guess you don't have that much. Well, what I say let's do it.
All right. She scoots over the glass a little bit, and she leaves you space. And the idea is that you'll be playing liar's dice. Do you know how to play liar's dice?
No.
She asks. Okay, so let me teach you this. It's the perfect game. It's always just work, or sleep and work and pray to God with these people. But I know better. There's nothing better than the rush of a little bit of pedantry and a little bit of lying. So, and she scoots over a set of dice to you. Each of us rolls 5 dice. And we don't reveal what we've got to each other. And when, for example, if I say, I have 3 6s, then you have to up my ante. You have to say, I have 4 6s. You have to get more. But then, you can also lie. So you can tell me, I have 5 6s, even if you don't have them. And if I buy it, then you win. Do you understand?
What kind of dice are we using? Are we using a D12, a D20?
So, I'm gonna roll privately, and let me see. And I would like you to roll 5d6.
Okay. So, I have gotten my number.
So, what rolls did you get?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
But for our listeners, what did you get?
Oh, I got an 18.
Total, but I need your actual rolls, like...
I got a 1, a 5, a 2, a 4, and a 6.
Okay. Okay, can you see my rolls?
No.
Okay, nice. Okay, so now the fun begins. I have rolled 2 2s. And now it's your turn. What did you roll? You need to beat that. You need to beat 4.
I have rolled a 5 and 2.
I have rolled 2 4s.
I have rolled 2 6s.
And she stares at you intensely. I have rolled 3 6s.
I have rolled a 5 and a 3.
You have to beat 3 6s.
What did you say?
I have rolled 3 6s.
No, you haven't. Let's just be honest, Lucy. No one has that kind of luck.
And she slams her fist on the table and she reveals that she has not, in fact, rolled 3 6s. Okay.
Well, it's good that you're being honest with yourself.
Practice round. Let's go again. I swear I'll win this time. Or are you chicken enough?
Well, I'm kind of I kind of don't have that much time, gotta save this town and everything, so let's just say that I have won, and let's just give me the information.
Alright. I'm just pulling your leg.
But
Okay.
if you want, when this whole thing is over, I can come and play some more.
You know what? Sure. I appreciate that. Okay, so what do you want to ask?
About what information do you have about the priest? Where do you know where he is or anything like that?
I mean, that old dog would probably go and try to beg with the Nagas to let this whole thing blow over before we all die.
So you think he's at the cave?
Most probably. I mean, I scouted out the place for him, so I can bet my arm he's growling there, like a backboneless shrimp.
Okay, then I think I will go and check that place out. But if he isn't there, be ready to give me that arm.
I don't have to worry about it. I know that he's there. But you're probably gonna have to hurry. And she takes another swig of her drink. It's getting pretty dark, and the forests are unsafe at night.
Well, it's been nice to chat with you. Just one question before I leave. Can I touch your ear?
You can touch my what?
Okay, goodbye.
And she pretends she didn't hear that question. Or maybe she did. She's touching her ear as you leave and it's like, why would she ask this? What's with my ear? Is it dirty? Is it my piercings? And you leave. I feel like through that conversation, she probably, you haven't said it, or she hasn't said it, but she got an idea of where the cavern is with the Nagas. You have enough information from the ledger, and you have confirmed that Robert is probably there to plead for the village. It's kind of late evening now. As you exit the tavern, it's like the golden hour is already passing. It's like the sky is becoming dark. The rays of sun is gently touching all of the buildings, and you know that if you dilly-dally more, it's probably gonna end up with fortifying yourself at the town.
Well, I guess we should go back into that cave altar.
Wait, you mean the catacombs or the Naga's cave? I think they're. Well, I mean, if you look at the map, they're pretty close-ish.
Well, right now for some reason, all I can still see is the table at the cavern. But I'm hoping that I will see clearly which patch I will take soon.
Okay, so where do you want to go? You want to go to the catacombs or the Naga cavern?
What place did Lucy say now?
So Lucy said that Robert is at the Naga cave. Well, it's a
Okay,
1T.
then we go to the Naga cave.
Okay. Do you say anything to anyone before you go, or do you just go?
Well, I go to Robert and say, I'm headed out to the cave.
The cave? And you hear bang,
No.
bang, bang with the hammer. What cave? You're gonna get eaten by snakes if you leave. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to come with me?
He looks at your snake bites on your arm. I feel like do you want me to?
Robin, sometimes life is hard. And sometimes you gotta be the hero even when you don't want to. And I know that you're scared. But trust me, I see more in you. I see a much bigger potential in you that even you see in yourself. You gotta step up for this town. You gotta be the hero that maybe this town didn't know that it needed. Yes, you gotta come with me.
Roll a persuasion check. What did you get?
I got a 15.
Alright. I feel like you can see that he is clutching the hammer in his hand, and while he is apprehensive, your words probably gotten through to him. He says, alright, I mean, if there's anything if there's anything I can help you with, it's at least I can drag you out again out of a snake cave.
Should we get Lucy too?
You know what? I'll go ask.
Should we make this a full party? Yeah, actually, let's get Lucy.
Okay.
I mean, Robin, wait till you see Lucy's ears. They are just amazing.
She's just a half-orc, right? It's nothing special. Right? Or is there?
Oh, trust me, there's something
What is it?
special.
You enter the tavern, and through a quick chat, you detail the plan. That the more the merrier, and that she should follow with.
It will be fun.
Fun as much as in a graveyard. You're pushing me to die for some guy that I clearly hate.
Well, either you stay here and die, or you can go on an adventure with us, have some fun in the meantime, and die there too. And if you go with us, there's a chance of survival, which isn't if you stay here.
And she sighs. You do strike a hard bargain. She picks up her. Let me see. What is her? What is her equipment? Okay, so she picks up her short bow. She slings it over her hand, her back, and she takes a gulp of the last alcohol. She's even bigger than Robin, and he's already tall. She slams the empty glass on the table. Fine, let's do it. Let's give it a shot.
Hooray, let's go.
So with a full party of you, Voltan, Robin, and Lucina, you are heading towards the den of the 1T, or as I said before, Nagas, but they're 1T. Robert is a racist. He doesn't know the different types of snakes. I know. So you venture forth, and you go through the forests. We would also like to credit Jahzzar for his wonderful song Comedie, which we use for our intro and outro. He also composed the song we use for the D&D Stinger, which is Landscape Number 4. Both can be found on his personal website, betterwithmusic.com, or on the Free Sound Archive on his profile, which is also Jahzzar. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.